Hey, what's happening, gamers? It's Kwing here. Nintendo held a really cool Nintendo Direct, but because I have a terrible short-term memory, I have it all written on my phone, so I know, bad. But anyway, they kicked off the show with a major reveal, which was, of course, Little Mac from Punch-Out!, and everybody was excited. I saw it happening live. I was twittering or tweeting it like crazy. His moves look incredible. If you play the Punch-Out! Games, he's basically going to do the same stuff, like with the jabs and uppercuts and things like that. Also, his power meter is coming back, and as you fight, the meter gains, and then he can do an awesome knockout move. So maybe he's replacing Captain Falcon. I hope not, but his moves are all about the fisticuffs, and I'm excited to see Little Mac join Super Smash Bros., Wii U, and 3DS. Next up, they talked about Mario Golf World Tour, which is finally coming on May 2nd for the 3DS. The game looks really interesting, and Iwata talked a little bit about a new single-player campaign, but I wasn't really paying attention all that much. I was still enthralled about Little Mac, so I will find out more about that and report it when the time comes. After that, we found out that Kirby Triple Deluxe has an official release date of May 2nd. And the game is pretty awesome. I know a lot of people who are playing the Japanese copy. I'm still waiting for mine to come in the mail. I ordered it the day it came out in Japan, and I still don't have it on my Japanese 3DS, and I really want to play it. But hopefully we will before May 2nd with the rest of you guys. Also, Yoshi's New Island is still coming in March, so you don't need to worry about that. Iwata showed some really unique power-ups for Yoshi, including like this black egg that could go under the water, as you're seeing in this clip, and some other abilities. Also, there's going to be the option to fly through the levels for people not very good at Yoshi games, which some critics may already be cringing a little bit like, oh no, don't ruin Yoshi's story, but we'll see how that fares later. The big surprise for the 3DS was SteelDiver 2, or rather SteelDiver Sub Wars, is free to play, which is actually available right now on the 3DS eShop, and it's an FPS. Well, submarine first-person shooter. I'm actually currently playing the game right now, and I'll give you my impressions as well as how the battle thing works when me and my wife verse sometime this week. But it's pretty cool, I'll tell you that right now. Currently on the eShop as well, which is a big surprise, was Inazuma 11-3, which I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but I don't care. This marks the first time that the series has appeared in the US. It's very popular in Europe and Asia, so it's amazing that the game actually came out here. And it seems like after the success of Operation Rainfall, so many Japanese games are coming to the US, even if it's only as downloadable eShop titles. But I would definitely recommend you check out this game. Amber's having a lot of fun with it. But the only thing I would suggest, you need SD cards for a lot of these games because the space runs out really quickly. In April, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball will arrive for the 3DS eShop. Think of it kind of like a baseball mini game. So it's a free game, and then as more games become available, it's only $4. But what's really unique about Nintendo's free-to-play system, at least for Rusty, is you can actually haggle with the dog character and lower the real-world price for these mini-games. So this is like unheard of and pretty interesting. You can actually get your hands on Rusty in April, which sounds a little weird. Next from the folks that brought us Liberation Maiden and Crimson Shroud is Weapon Shop. It's a music minigame where you need to forge swords for RPG players, but it's done in kind of like a humorous way. It's supposed to be a parody of RPG games, you know, where you meet the blacksmith and he forges weapons for you. Now you get to see what actually happens when the blacksmith is forging stuff. So think of it kind of like Rhythm Fever and some of those other music games. It will release on February 20th for $8. March 20th will also see a brand new Pokemon Battle game, though I really don't understand it. I couldn't quite get what Iwata was saying, whether if you caught the Pokemon from XY, they could be used in this game, or if you catch the Pokemon in this game, they can be used for XY. So I'm gonna have to find out more info on that later. Professor Layton had a really cool trailer. Nothing really new was revealed, though. The game still comes out February 28th. Nintendo did confirm, again, along with what Capcom did earlier this month, that Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate would arrive in 2015 for the 3DS. But no release date is official yet, other than 2015. Indies also got some love. Our friends over at Renegade Kid showed off their Metroid Primus FPS game, which looks awesome. And Yacht Club Games hyped me up even more for Shovel Knight, which is my most anticipated game. of 2014. I'm so excited to play the final version. And some other devs showed some games, mostly with 8-bit themes, which looks pretty cool. Child of Light from our friends over at Ubisoft will be for the Wii U eShop, and the RPG looks very promising. It will release on April 30th. NES Remix 2 was a big surprise. It's coming out on April 25th and will feature games from the late 80s and early 90s. So when I was really playing the NES games, so we'll see stuff like Kid Icarus, Metroid, there will be Kirby's Adventure, Super Mario Bros. 3, and that's just to name some of the new 16 titles that are in there. Along with a championship mode, which is basically kind of spoofing that old championship NES game. And they're going to have a full version of that mirrored Super Mario Bros. Game starring Luigi called Super Luigi Brothers, which you guys can look forward to that on April 25th. Game Boy Advance titles will be coming to the Wii U this April, and you can expect stuff like Metroid Fusion, Super Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, something like that, and some other games to be announced. I know I said that wrong, but we're moving on. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Mario Kart 8 both got brand new trailers. They look really cool. Mario Kart especially looks like a Pixar film coming to life. And the Donkey Kong Country trailer gave me chills. I'm so excited to play that. And you can look forward to our LP starting next week, I believe, February 21st. And Mario Kart will, of course, be dropping on May 30th. Monolith Soft showed off some really excellent gameplay of X, the RPG that's being done by Nintendo's first-party developer. Looks really promising. They only showed us a little bit of gameplay today, but from what I saw, it was like combat went from your typical Final Fantasy game, mixed with a little bit of Xenogears, and then Gundam. And I was just like, sold. Even though the game's not out, I want it like right now. And they closed off the show with, of course, Bayonetta 2 from Platinum Games. And, they showed off some new gameplay mechanics, another awesome trailer. We saw a new character, but it looks pretty amazing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for your Nintendo News vlog wrap-up thing. I got a bunch of stuff to do, but in the comment section below, tell me your favorite part about today's reveal. And who knows, maybe you had the same favorite part as me. Little Mac! But thanks so much for taking the time to watch. I'll see you guys and gals next time. If this video was helpful or entertaining or whatever, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with probably more K-News vlog style. Bye-bye.